Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Dungeons video. Today I'm going to be showing you a build that I made called the Sacred Siphoner. And this build uses some soul enchantments and other enchantments that take life from mobs to heal you. And let's take a look at what equipment I'm using for this build. So starting off with my weapon, I am using the Fangs of Frost. These deal about 420,000 damage per hit, without any other enchantments. They are dual wield weapons, and they have freezing. For my gilded enchantment, I have level 3 committed, and for my normal enchantments, I have leeching, soul siphon, and enigma resonator. Due to the fact that this is a more fast weapon, void strike isn't actually that good on it, so that's why I chose committed instead. In place of critical hit, I also have Enigma Resonator because we're going to be getting a lot of souls with this build. And to help with our collection of souls, Soul Siphon is there to help us get even more. And then I added Leeching just for some extra survivability. Moving on for my armor, I have the Cloaked Skull. So this armor has about 2,200,000 HP. It has briefly gained Ghost Form when rolling, a 30% chance to negate damage, and then spawns a fire trail on roll. So for my gilded enchantment, I have Shadow Surge, which grants me more souls when I kill an enemy in shadow form. And for my normal enchantments, I have Bag of Souls, Protection, and then Cooldown. Bag of Souls is there just so that I can carry more souls since we're going to be getting a lot, and hopefully it will cause Enigma Resonator to activate more often. Protection is there to reduce some of the damage that we're going to take. And then cooldown is to help me keep all my artifacts up. Following that, for my bow, I'm using the Nocturnal Bow. And it's dealing about 370,000 to 920,000. It has Steal Speed or Tempo Theft, and then +1 Soul Gathering. And for my enchantments, I'm using Anima Conduit, Chain Reaction, and Enigma Resonator. Anima Conduit is there just so that I can gain some more HP from all the souls that I'm going to get. Chain Reaction is just the best enchantment I had in that slot, and I'm hoping it will help me kill a few more enemies. And then Enigma Resonator on this bow, just because we're going to have a lot of souls, and hopefully it will help me get some more crits. Finally, for all my artifacts, I'm using the Death Cat Mushroom for some more hit speed. I'm using the Soul Healer just because I'm going to have a lot of souls, and I need something to use them for. And this artifact will be nice in scenarios where I do not have my potion but still need some more HP. And then finally, for my last artifact, I am using the Shadow Shifter. And this should work with some of the enchantments on my armor to help me get more souls from the shadow form. And also deal a bit more damage when I'm in it. And of course, I have a Gong of Weakening for more bosses and stronger enemies. Okay, so loading into camp, first off, I have max soul bar, which means that all my soul-related abilities should be activating more often. And typically I would want to keep up a full soul bar just because getting souls is so much easier than it typically is because of my enchantments. So as you can see here, we're dealing a pretty good amount of damage. Like I said, 420,000 for a normal hit, and then we're dealing about 1,200,000 per crit from Enigma Resonator. You won't get this many souls from just attacking one enemy, but when you're attacking larger groups, you definitely will get a lot. And then if I go ahead and activate the mushroom, we're going to be attacking even more quickly, dealing this pretty much the same amount of damage as we were before. So as you can see, when I use the soul healer here, it doesn't use too many souls, and I have a pretty close to a full bar. And I can quickly get all those souls back by just killing a few enemies. Now I'm going to activate the Shadow Shifter. As you can see, it doesn't use really any souls at all, and I gain a long time of shadow form. And now I should deal some boosted damage when I attack the training dummy. I can quickly use the Shadow Shifter over and over again because of cooldown on my armor. And this should be a good way to spend some of my extra souls, along with my soul healer. Now for the bow, with a charge shot, 923,000, and as you can see, chain reaction there activated. And then let me see if I can't get a critical hit here from Enigma Resonator. 2,700,000. And that should be enough to one-shot smaller enemies like zombies, creepers, and skeletons. And Chain Reaction won't deal as much damage, but it's still going to be pretty nice for weakening some enemies so that my Fangs of Frost can still deal with them. That is all the equipment for this build showcased, so let me go ahead and load into a level so that you can see how it performs. Okay, so I've gone ahead and loaded into Creeper Woods on max difficulty. As you can see, nothing is really an issue yet. I'm gaining a lot of souls, and leeching was really helpful there. I'm going to activate my Shadow Shifter, and I one-shot the bigger zombies, which is going to be very convenient. And I shouldn't really be too worried about my soul consumption, just because I'm going to be getting a lot. Nothing here is really giving me too much trouble. Getting a lot of souls. Activate Shadow Shifter. Soul Healer there. Haven't run into any enchanted mobs yet, so I can't really see how it's going to do against them, but I imagine there's going to be really no issues just because this is so good. And I also don't really have to worry about not dealing enough damage just because of Enigma Resonator. And it seems like it's activating pretty often, more than I'd say crit would naturally. There's some enchanted mobs here. I'm just gonna activate Shadow Shifter and run in here. Soul Healer. These guys are more spread out, so it's gonna be a little more difficult to deal with them. They also have protection, but shouldn't really be an issue because of leeching and my Soul Healer. I just have to make sure that I don't get too low. I'm gonna have to keep track of my HP. Should be pretty much all of them dealt with though. No real issues there. Nice. And then I think I'm gonna go in this room just to see what I can get. There's some mobs. Oh yeah, this is the creeper room. Creepers don't even really do anything to me. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so for the remainder of this stage, I'm gonna leave you guys with a short little compilation of me going throughout the level. So overall, this build performed very well, and I was able to make it through the level with ease. There were no spots, even with enchanted mobs, where I really felt like I was close to dying. And even throughout the level, there were some more difficult enemies, like I ran into some spiders which had thorns and levitation shot. I never really came close to dying because of leeching, the Soul Healer, and my potion. And just because of cooldown, I was always able to activate the Soul Healer when I thought I needed it. If I could change some of the enchantments with this build, I would probably get rid of some of the things that gave me extra souls. Just because I had way too many than I actually needed, and I'd get them back so fast after using my artifacts that it never really was a thought of, am I using too many souls? And I'm not sure if it helped Enigma Resonator activate more often, and I'm not sure if it was just because of that, but it seemed like Enigma Resonator was almost always activating on my weapon, at least every 3 hits. which was helping me deal damage in the millions and one-shot some of the smaller mobs. But yeah, overall, I think this is a really nice build. Now, to end off this video, if you guys enjoyed this build, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.